welcome to the Adams Tennis Complex here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where we got another edition of women's tennis here for Middle Tennessee State University. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Martinovich alongside Jace Vincent, and we got a great one between the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders and the visiting Tennessee State Tigers. Now, Jace, the Tigers are off to a 5-game losing streak right now. They've actually dropped 3 in a row, getting swept, but this is a very young team. We have 6 freshmen and 2 sophomore for these Tigers.
Yeah, a very young team, but they've started to come along a little bit as the season's going. So even though they're off to a rough start, we are still early in the season for both of these teams. So looks positive for Middle Tennessee they can use their experience as an advantage here today.
Right, you are. And speaking of Middle Tennessee, they are on a 4-game win streak of their own here at the Adams Tennis Complex. They've had 4 straight wins, especially last week where they were able to come back from a scary deficit against the Chattanooga Mocs to win one 4-3. One of the key deciding points right there was Lily Sophie Schmidt, a standout junior for this Blue Raider team, who is undefeated so far in singles.
Yeah, she's had a fiery start this year. She's by far been the best player sent on this team, but last week was just a great comeback win for Middle Tennessee with them just clutching up there at the end to take those last 2 sets.
Now, if you are the visiting Tigers, you have to start to wonder, on the road again, you're only 40 minutes from your home, but this is still an away match. And once again, you've had 3 games where they've dropped 7-0 straight. How do you prepare yourself for another game against a tough opponent on the road again?
I mean, you just gotta trash that. You just gotta go out and trash the field. You just gotta play your own ball, play to the best of your ability. Just play your own ways, put the other team on their heels, and just do the best that you can. Just play your own game and have your own mindset.
Now, Coach Teo Bailey Duvall has done a great job keeping her team composed throughout this tough home stretch. Are there any kind of players you are looking for to see that for the Blue Raiders that just might get you guys over the hump for another win here at the Adams Tennis Complex?
I mean, for me, it would be Gupta. She had a great game last time. Chapel Carr clutched up big last week. Those are 2, but you have Love Star Alexis. You have Lily Sophie Schmidt. So you have your key ones up there, but then you have your other key players around that just help make the team better and help them get on this winning streak.
Now, another tough note, especially for the visiting Tigers, is they actually didn't arrive until about 11:30, so they really didn't even get here to prepare properly until about half an hour before the start of the matches. So do you think that is going to play into any factor for the Tigers here at the Adams Tennis Complex?
I mean, Middle Tennessee's been more warmed up, so they're only warmed up for about 15 minutes really before. They've been sitting over here on the bench for about 10 minutes now, so Middle Tennessee should be more warmed up, so maybe they can use that to their advantage today. So I'm optimistic about Middle Tennessee and how they'll perform today.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Todd Smith of the Tigers is well aware of what's at stake here, trying to get a win here at the Adams Tennis Complex and just kind of get some early momentum going into the season.
I think they'll be all you can look for is optimism. So you just got to have that positive energy around your team, no matter if you're on a losing skid, winning skid, or whatever. So that positive energy just has to spread around your team, and you just got to carry good mojo into every match.
Now, the Blue Raiders here have actually had a week off to prepare for the Tigers, the visiting Tigers, and once again, coming off a very difficult 4-3 win, they had to really grind it out. How much precedence do you put on that week's rest coming into a match like this?
I mean, you just got to do as much as you can during that week's rest. Stretching, workouts, all that. You just have to be mentally focused throughout the week in your practices, your workouts, all of that, to just be a better team moving forward. So, it'll definitely help them moving forward that they have a week's rest. They have fresh legs, fresh everything for their match today.
Well, we are just a few minutes from getting underway. We're still waiting on player introductions and the national anthem before we really get going. To get this tennis match underway, we are going to send it to a quick break where we start with the doubles point coming up after the introductions.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend,
we pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
because you matter.
stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice. You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
As student athletes,
we have a platform.
Now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
And raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
to make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, "No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance." Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
Welcome back to everybody. We're just a few minutes away from starting the doubles matches here at the Adams Tennis Complex between the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders and the visiting Tennessee State Tigers. We're going to read you off the doubles matches. So here on court number 1 for the visiting Tigers, it is going to be Rona Medulawa and Daniela Koliva versus Noel Morrow and Sanagar Kani. Doubles court 2, it will be Naomi Von Bos and Jovana Nikolic versus Lovestar Alexis and Ratuja Chapelkar. And on the doubles court 3, we're going to have Arietta Castillo and Franca Sindicic versus Muskan Gupta and Eloise Swarbrick. Those are your doubles matches here today, and we're going to start things off on court number 1. So of these 3 matches right now, Jace, which one do you think is most important for the visiting Tigers to really take advantage of?
I mean, personally, I would go for really any of them, to be honest, but you know, really going for Middle Tennessee's best here with really any of them so far. So, I mean, if I were going for them, I'd go for Swarbrick and Gupta. That seems to have been kind of like, I wouldn't say weak link, but like of the 3, it's been like the one that's kind of like been dropping the set personally. So, like the other 2 have been strong for Middle Tennessee. I mean, they've all been strong personally, but I mean, if you're wanting to look for any positivity, that's kind of like the one I would go for on court 3, court 3 that I would see there.
All right, so right now the officials are talking it over with the players, making sure the rules are set. Get the coin toss for who will be serving first on the break. I do have to say it'd be interesting to see how Morrow and Garakani play together. They've played well together this season as doubles partners. Of course, they both did struggle last week against Chattanooga, dropping their singles matches respectively in 3 sets.
Yeah, it was a tough one for them last week, so it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back this week moving forward. But that was a tough, hungry Chattanooga team that was eager for a win after what happened in the fall and then going off of last season. So both teams were hungry for that, so that was a tough break for them, but it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back this week.
Absolutely. This will be the third matchup between the Tigers and the Blue Raiders. Both matches prior were won by Middle Tennessee. Of course, last matchup was a couple years ago in 2020. Blue Raiders got a 6-1 victory there.
Yeah, pretty dominant win there, 6-1. So we're expecting more of similar from how they've been trending both ways. You know, TSU kind of like trending downwards, Middle Tennessee on a winning streak here. So could be similar results today as what we've seen, like based off of trends of how these teams have been going so far this year.
All right. And Tennessee State will start with the serve with Daniela Koleva. MTSU with the first point, 15-love. Fault there for Koleva. That'll be a double fault. With Tennessee State doubles there. 30-love now in favor of MTSU. MTSU now up to a quick lead. 40-love. Potential break point opportunity here. And that one is going to fall short into the net. And Noel Morrow and Sana Garkani going to take the first game there. So quick start for the Blue Raider squad on court one. They're just
quick start for them. Kind of what we expected for them to have a strong bounce back after last week. You know, so we'll see how they can continue to go along here. But as what I've seen as far as this early set, a clean sweep in the first set. So expecting more dominance from Morrow and Garkani as they move forward here on court one.
Garkani will start the serves for the Blue Raiders here. One's going to go out for Koleva.
Yeah, TSU looking a little, the two players here looking a little nervous, you know, giving up now 15-love. So still looking for that first point, but, you know, this could be fresh, just now coming off the bus. So just got to let them settle in, let them get used to playing here on the court. Yeah, if you're TSU here, you just need really any momentum that you need to swing your way in favor of how these last few matches have gone for them. So any momentum really works for them here moving forward.
And that one fell long for Garakani, so now TSU with a 30-15 lead. Good attempt by Odulua.
Yeah, good idea. Just kind of sailed on her a little bit there. So good idea, just inches away from falling her way there.
40-30 now. Game point in favor of the Blue Raiders. Odulua times that smash hit perfectly. The freshman tying it up now, 40-all. Deuce point. Fault there for Garakani. That one falls long for Medulua, so MTSU will then take another game point here.
Yeah, quick early 2-0 lead for them on court 1 here, and also on court 3 is now 2-0 in favor of Gupta and Swarbrick. So early leads here for MT, so really dominant here coming out of the gates as we expected to see here today.
Another long shot there from Delois, so MTSU got to an early lead here in game 3. Fault there on the serve. That one stays in from Dulois.
That one just a laser beam. She just couldn't get it down on the ground there. No, she was going for the spike there, but just sailed on her a little bit there. Nice laser beam shot, but 30-0 here for MT early on in the third point.
Noel just sends that one into the net. She could not quite get it over. She was a little close there. 30-15, still in favor of Middle Tennessee. Fault there. Another break point here in favor of the Garakani and Morrow doubles team. That one is wide there for Garakani. 40-30 now. Still break point.
It is now 3-0 over on court 3 with Gupta and Swarbrick. So they're off to a fast-paced start here, just like Morrow and Garakani are. So dominance kind of swinging around on those two courts there on the end. So really good performance so far from MT.
One falls wide there for Morrow. She pulled that one just a hair. Deuce point now. That one falls in the net there. And that return from Kolova winds up in the net. So another game for the Garakani and Morrow duo. 3-0 now here on court number 1.
So, Ren, we're about at the halfway point of these. So, as I was saying, we're about at the halfway point of these doubles. Anything really caught your attention, interested you really about how MT's performance so far today?
Nothing in particular. I mean, they're both, all three courts right now are fairly dominant, especially on court 3, like you mentioned, with Muskan Gupta and Eloise Schwarbrick taking care of Ariada Castillo and Franca Sintic. But overall, it's just been, just lights out performance. They've pretty much been steady. Really nothing has seemed out of character for these Lady Raider tennis players. As we see Schwarbrick send that one right down the alley there. Pat Sindicic.
Yeah, that's a dominant 4-0 start now. So really, they just seem to really be playing their game, forcing TSU to make their own errors and just kind of rush their shots, really. So would you like try to carry the same energy going into singles, or like what would you do that's like characteristic going forward for M2?
I just play their normal game there, Jace. I mean, this is a dominant MTSU team here at the ATC. They're very comfortable here at their home court. So I wouldn't do much different than you've already performed the last 4 games. And we mentioned at the top of the broadcast that 6 freshmen are on this team, and Aurora Ariada Castillo is one of them. from San Sebastian, Spain. She's with the serve now. Tying it up 15 love. That one falls wide.
I mean, as you said, this is a very young team for TSU, so you can really tell that MT's experience of how, because they have a good number of upperclassmen as compared to TSU, so you can really tell that that's had an effect on how these young freshmen have had their matches fall their way in terms of how we've gone so far today.
And that one goes long there. So Schwarbrick and Gupta will go up 5-0 there here on court 3. Dominant performance again for this doubles duo. Once again, we just saw there Eloise Schwarbrick and Muskan Gupta go up 5-0, so very dominant performance. Of course, right now still on court 1. MTSU is up 3-0 there. But on court 2 with Love Star Alexis and Natuja Chapelcar, they're only up 2-1. So that one a little closer in comparison to the other two doubles matches. But still a lot of tennis to be played if Tennessee State wants to get back in this.
Yeah, a lot of tennis left to be played. Over on court 2 there, they Love Star Alexis and them they dropped the first set there, but now they bounced back and took the last 2. So up 2-1, so they seem to be in control of how started playing their game more and forcing TSU to make some uncharacteristic errors going forward. So I would kind of ask you, like, if you're TSU, what motivation do you use to, what do you use to come back here and force MT to play their own outside their own game?
Well, you're just trying to play spoilers to the Blue Raiders, trying to break up this win streak here at the Adams Tennis Complex. So just use that, play as hard as you can, knowing that, you got nothing to lose. So just try to break up a win streak here at the ATC.
Yeah.
But doubles screen here. Of course, on the left, court 1 with Sanagar Khani and Noel Morrow, and court 3, Muskan Gupta and Eloise Schwarbrick. Kolova with the serve there on the left side of your screen for Tennessee State. Great serve there by Kolova. Garkani couldn't keep that one in as she just stayed inside that service line there on the left side. All right, as you see there on the right side of your screen, match point. Muskan Gupta, Eloise Swarbrick. Ndulawa, great smash hit there to end that game. So that Tennessee State duo will actually take a game point there. Well done to win back at least one game, stay off the match point there.
Yeah, good point there for TSU, putting them on the board there. Also, over on court 5, TSU tied it up 2-2, so good bounce back there for them over there on that point.
And Sindicic sends that one into the net, and that will do it there for doubles court 3 with Muskan Gupta and Eloise Swarbrick. Oh, maybe not. Gupta with the serve. And that will actually do it for court 3 there. Muskan Gupta finally taking that match 6-0. Clean sweep over Aurora Arietta Castillo and Franca Sindicic. But right now, we're going to hear from Grant Langston. Grant, what's the scoop out there?
Well, guys, I heard you mention court 5 a few minutes ago, and we haven't had access to that footage a little bit here. So just to give you a little bit of an update, the pairings traded breaks early, and then they traded holds. So it started out 2-2, and as it's progressed, it's been very tight. So we'll see how that develops here in the doubles point.
All right, appreciate it, Grant. Back here on court 1 between Sana Garakani and Noel Morrow, and Warana Madulua and Daniela Koliva. And that serve from Garakani leads to a 5-1 lead now.
Yeah, really good serve there for Garakani. They're really pinning it in the corner there, giving them a commanding 5-1 lead here.
That one falls into the net on the return from Garakani, so 15 love. Garikani could not get that one over the net, so that's going to be a clean sweep in this game from the Mindulawa-Koleva TSU duo here. So that'll be 5-2 now. Still not out of the woods over here on court 1.
Yeah, not quite out of the woods yet, but they still have a good amount of work to do if they want to not only take this court, but also take the doubles point here.
And while we're waiting on this next serve, just want to get a little PSA that the MTSU Community and Public Health is here at the Adams Tennis Complex here, raising money for cancer research and awareness. They are joined by Relay for Life. Any donation is appreciated. And that return from Mindulawa falls into the net. Quick 30-love lead now for the Garikani-Morrow duo. Match point here now. And that one's going to fall into the net, and that's going to be another match point in favor of MTSU as Sana Garikani and Noel Morrow take care of business on court 1, 6-2. And that will do it for the doubles as MTSU has secured the doubles point, getting ready to go into the singles. So very important always to get that early point there, Jace.
Yeah, very always important to get any kind of doubles point that you can, but it really dominant the way they did it in fashion, 6-0, 6-2. So really dominant from MT playing the way that they've been playing the last couple of weeks, carrying over how they finished out against Chattanooga there. So really great to see them. We'll see if that carries over to their singles points.
Before we go to a quick break, once again, we want to let you know that the MTSU Community and Public Health Care Center is here raising money for cancer research and awareness with Relay for Life, and any donation is greatly appreciated. Are there any singles matches that are going to stand out to you before we head into another break?
I mean, you always have Love Star Alexis. She does good. Lily Sophie Smith is a good closer. You have Gupta, who does good. Chapel Carr had a really good one last week. So really all of them. But if I were to highlight, I'd say Alexis and Lily Sophie Schmidt, I would say, are the key ones I would be looking for today.
Yeah. And before, once again, just a quick recap here as Sana Garikani and Noel Morrow took care of business on court 1, 6-2. And Muskan Gupta and Eloise Schwarbrick swept the Aurora Arietta Castillo and Franco Sindicic duo 6-0. And we're going to take a quick break right here. So stick around here at MTN Sports and CUSA TV. You're watching MTSU Tennis here at the Adams Tennis Complex.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend,
We pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
Because you matter.
stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
As student athletes,
We have a platform.
Now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together,
We will continue the conversation.
we have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance. Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at MTN Sports and the CUSA.TV. Right now, we're coming back from a Middle Tennessee domination in the doubles point. So right now, we're going to kick it over to the singles matches. And right now, singles court number 1 is going to be Love Star Alexis against Warona Medulawa. Singles court 2 will be Sanagar Khani and Naomi Von Bos. Court 3 is going to be Muskan Gupta against Giovanna Nikolic. Court 4 will be Noel Morrow against Aurora Ariada Castillo. Court 5 will be Camilla Barragan against Daniela Kolova. And Court 6, rounding it out, is Karen Yabirin against Franca Sendicic. So 2 changes there from our usual Blue Raider lineup on courts 4, 5, and 6. As Noel Morrow comes down to 4 to her.
Them to get their feet wet, get real match experience here for the freshmen. It'll be interesting to see how Noah Morrow feels. I know it's probably not going to be that much of a difference, but it's a different court, so it could be a different feel for you than what you're normally used to playing. So it'll be interesting to see not only how the freshmen handle it, but also how Morrow can handle her match after how she started last week, and then just the polar opposite of how it ended up finishing. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
One falls into the net for Love Star Alexis. Medulawa is one of those other freshmen on this very young Tennessee State team. Being a freshman and holding the court one position, it's very special. Clearly a top player for her team.
Yeah, it can carry a lot, especially when you're going against a veteran player like Love Star Alexis. So it'll be interesting to see how she handles the environment of being on court one against one of Middle Tennessee's best singles players.
And Alexis will take that first game from Rona Medulawa. So a great start there for Love Star Alexis and the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, great start there by Love Star Alexis. She bounced back from being down 15 love, then came back, took every point since then. So dominant start as we expected from Love Star Alexis.
All right, why don't we go ahead and ship it over to court 3 between Muskan Gupta and Jovana Nikolic. See how the senior is holding serve on court 3. And that one falls long for Nikolic. Fault there for Gupta. That one just clips the net for Gupta. That one falls into the net again for Nikolic. That one grabbed the corner there for Nikolic. So we play on here. And that one falls into the net for Gupta. Nikolic just mistimed the smash hit there, grabbing the net.
Yeah, that was set up by a pretty good backhand there by Gupta to keep it in play there and keep the point alive.
And Gupta up here 2 games. And that one's going to hit the top of the net. Nikolic will take those points. And right now, our very own Grant Langston's got another courtside report. Grant, what's the scoop?
Well, guys, MTSU senior Noelle Morrow getting the bump to court 4 today was able to get a break and then hold in her second game, and now she is up 2-0 very early. It's also break time over on court 3, which I can see that y'all are tuned into, as well as court 5 for newcomer Camila Barragan getting her first break up early here for the Raiders. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Grant.
Yeah, it's a good moment there for the freshman, Camila Barragan, getting her first break as a Lady Raider. So, Ryan, if you're these 2 freshmen, I get TSU is a young team, but if you're 2 freshmen here making your first start for the season, what would be like your mindset going into the day?
Just to take advantage of the opportunity that's given, knowing that no matter what happens, nothing is going to come out of it. You're young, you're getting your first taste of Division I tennis, so just enjoy the moment. Great front hand there from Muskan Gupta. Taking another game for the Lady Raiders here on court number 3. 3-0 now. Once again, another dominant performance from a senior in Muskan Gupta there, Jace.
Yeah, really dominant there from her so far. She's really taken control of the court, really played her own ball game, and kept her opponent on her heels. So really dominant from her to start out.
And now we're going to tune in here to court number 5, where it's the freshman Camila Barragan from Venezuela taking on senior Daniela Kolova from Macedonia. Barragan just couldn't quite grab that lob shot in time.
Yeah, this one being a learning experience. You can really tell her opponent, Kaleva, the senior, so one of the few seniors on this TSU team, going against Barragan, making her first appearance of the season. So she'll grow as the season goes along, but this is a good learning experience for her to get her feet wet and, you know, get a feel for how D1 tennis works early on in the season.
And that one falls along there for Barragan. So 2-1 lead there for the Blue Raiders on court 5. But now we're going to go check in on Noelle Morrow on court 4. She faces Aurora Ariada Castillo.
Yeah, and she's kind of carrying over how she started last week against Chattanooga up to a early lead. So we'll see if she can be able to close out here and finish strong here for this court.
And Aurora forces Morrow to a short backhand there into the net. Just gets a quick point there. That one falls in the net for Ariada Castillo. So right now as they switch sides here. Noelle Morrow will be with the serve. Start this next game. Fault there. If you're wondering why the score just jumped from 2-1 to 4-1 in favor of Noel Morrow, well, not really enough officials out here, so they have some just kind of going back and forth between courts and just updating as they go. So relying on sportsmanship from both players on each court. Tell the honest truth about the score, where it stands. So right now, as you see there, towards the top right 30 of your screen, the ITA official that just now made his way back. He's making his rounds, update the scoreboard here at the Adams Tennis Complex. And that one goes long there on the serve. Roa couldn't get after that one. Another serve into the net there for Morrow. That's going to be a double fault there for the senior. She seems very flustered. And that is going to be a game point for Aroa Ariada Castillo. Gets up 4-2 now. Roa with a clear second win here. That one just goes long, called by Morrow.
Yeah, a great return there, both ways there. Great rally there. That one just happened to sail a little bit longer for Ariada Castillo there.
Fault there as that one travels wide long. And that one's called long again. That one goes into the net. Another fault. And that one is sent into the net. So Noel Morrow will take another game here. Go up 5-2. So one more game away from closing out the freshman here on court 4 is Noel Morrow. Very well, almost. It's got one more point in favor of MTSU, but now we're going to go over to court number 6, where another freshman for MTSU, Karen Yabirin, is playing right now against Franca Sendicic, sophomore.
Yeah, Yabirin being the freshman out of Mount Juliet, just about an hour away from here. So her making her first appearance, looked over and back here behind us. It's really gone back and forth. This set here, intense. Most of the crowd is over here watching this one. So this one really being high intense and catching a lot of eyes here so far today.
As that one is just a hair pulled for Yabirin. Little update while we have a second. On court 1, Love Star Alexis swept Warona Mdulawa 6-0, set number 1. And they are just now getting underway for set number 2.
Yeah, that one there by Love Star Alexis, just dominant in her matchup against the freshman there. Her experience, she carried over from what she was doing in the doubles and really asserted herself in that first set.
Sendicic just could not quite get that one over the net. Be a fault there. And that'll be a double fault there for Sendicic. Game point in favor of Karen Ubirin.
Yeah, a quick little update over on court 4, 6-2 with Noah Morrow taking that first set. So she really imposed her will over on that one. And see if it'll carry over to the second set.
That one falls long there. Grant, what you got over there? Appreciate that, Grant. Right now the MTSU assistant coach is talking it over with freshman Karen Ubirin there after that last game. Just giving some words of advice, a little pep talk there to Ubirin. Getting ready to get back to playing here on court 6.
Yeah, really any advice really can be needed for her. You know, her first start as a freshman here. Really, she'll take in anything that she can to become a better athlete after today. So really anything that you can take away from any match is awesome, but for her being her first start as a freshman, anything's really helpful for her.
Able to secure another game there, keeping it still here in set number 1 against the sophomore Franka Sindicic.
Yeah, and over on court 5, the other freshman, Camilla Bargod, She's up 4-3 over the senior of TSU over there, so impressive start for her in her first set as she leads 4-3 over there.
And that one falls long. And that's going to be a double fault there for the freshman. And great play, just unfortunate to kind of lose your balance chasing after that one.
Yeah, it was a great hustle play there by Ubirin. Just happened to be hit right to Sindicic right there where she was able to close out the point there.
Of course, Coach Bailey Duvall making sure she's okay, taking that tumble. Coaches are really staying by her side. That one just put out of reach for Ubirin.
Yeah, she was going for the backhand there, just a little out of her reach there. It was a great idea thinking there, just unfortunate that it was a little too far for her.
Falls into the net there. Fault there as that one goes past the service line.
Yeah, update on court one. Love Star Alexis really continuing to assert herself. 6-0 sweep in the first set. Now continuing to carry that over 3-0 early on here in the second set. So she's almost there to closing it out strong on could be possibly back-to-back sweeps to close out that court 1.
So as that one goes to a quick break there on court 6, we're going to send it back over to court number 5 between another freshman in Camilla Barragan and the senior Daniela Koleva on court 5. That one, Barragan does have a lead up on Tennessee State Tiger. And that one stays in for Koleva, giving her a 15-love lead there. Barragan's going to take that game there, taking a 5-3 lead now. So, performance going great here for her debut in Camilla Barragan, taking on a senior in Daniela Koleva. So, what do you think? What are you seeing there, Jace, from the freshman?
It's a good showing so far, especially going against a senior who has a lot more experience than you. So, going forward, it's really good showing for Barragan. Good debut, looking to close out the first set, carry over. So a key point there for MT to get closer to this win in singles. So good showing for her so far. Her team is really rallying around her on the other courts, having dominant leads on there as well.
And we're going to check in here on court number 2 with the last freshman, rounding out the 6 players here for MTSU today, in Sana Garakani, taking on Naomi Van Boos. And that one sails long there for Garakani. one stays right there. Great serve there from Van Boos. Sending it just inside the service line. Out of reach for Garcani to even chase after.
Yeah, she's off to a good start here in this second set. Already up 1-0 and off to a good pace to make it 2-0 here for Van Boos.
And that one's going to sail wide there for Van Boos. Could not quite shut down that racket, keep it in.
Yeah, that one just long there for Van Boos, sailed on her. So a couple points here for Garcani there to close out that point there and even it up 1-1.
All right, right now, while we have a quick break here, send it over to Grant Langston. Grant, what you got over there on the courts?
Well, guys, Love Star Alexis has not faced much, if any, resistance today. She's up 5-0 in her second set and about to take a 2-0 victory, or excuse me, 2-0 lead for the Blue Raiders in this match. Back to you.
Appreciate it there, Grant. Back over here on court number 2 between Sana Garcani and Naomi Van Boos. Garcani with a 2-1 lead now.
looks like over on court 1, Love Star Lexus just closed out her second set. 6-0, dominant 2 sets there from Love Star Lexus, closing out there on court 1.
Yeah, 2 clean sweeps there, both sets. So MTSU now the 2-0 lead.
Two nothing, about to be 3-0 here in a second with Noah Morrow up 5-0 over on court 4.
And it looks like Grant Langston's got another courtside report. Grant, what you got?
Well, fellas, the top 3 courts have been dominating today, and in fact, Love Star Alexis just took victory on court 1. Noel Morrow just took victory on court 4, giving your Blue Raiders a 3-0 advantage in the match. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Grant. Dominant performance all around for the Blue Raiders here at the Adams Tennis Complex.
And that return there from Van Boos just goes into the net there. But a good front hand to set that up by Garakani. So she is looking to go up 3-1 here in this second set.
And that one falls in the net on the return from Van Boos. That one fault long past the service line. So re-tee it up for Van Boos. Double fault there for Van Boos. Well done on the front hand there from Garakani, keeping it out of reach for Van Boos. That one goes wide right there for Van Boos, leading to another victory there for Sanagar Akani.
Yeah, really nice backhand there by Sanagar Akani there to set up Van Boos there in a corner to pin her off.
And we just want to let you all know that, once again, MTSU Community and Public Health is here raising money for cancer research and awareness, with Relay for Life joining them. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Great group right there, spreading a great message, fighting back against cancer. Hope you guys do very well today.
Yeah, just money going to a great cause today. You know, cancer, really tough thing that most families deal with here in America.
Yeah.
Just very thankful that they're taking time out of their day to come out, help with research, with donations for it to go to a great cause and help most families in our country.
Absolutely. And now we're going to take it over to court 3 between Muskan Gupta and Yovana Nikolic. You see Gupta currently up in her second set. Her dominant performance in set number 1. Hard-hitting front hand from Nikolic right into the net. Called long there. Fault. That one just long there on the return for Muskan. That one's a fault there from Nikolic again. Gupta still haven't put Nikolic away yet. Still plenty of tennis left for TSU player to come back from, try to take it to set 3, but right now it's looking a little out of shape for Naomi Van Boos on court 2 with Sanagar Khani in commanding lead.
Yeah, Sanagar Khani looking to close this one out here and give MT a commanding 4-0 lead here in the singles here. Just completely dominant from the freshman Sanagar Khani here. Won the first set 6-1. Second set here she's up 5-1. So really just playing her own ball here, forcing Van Boos to just make a bunch of errors and play uncharacteristic of how she wants to go.
Fault there. Just sitting the top of the net, back towards Van Boos. That return long there for Garkani. That one falls short into the net again for Van Boos. Garkani getting closer and closer to that match point. That one goes wide there on the backhand for Van Boos. They actually called that one in there.
Yeah, it looks like the judge said that it just got the corner there on the white line. So 5-2 now. Still Garkani in commanding fashion in front, but another point for Van Boos to see if she wants to get herself a little bit out of the woods here.
Fault there for Garkani. Double fault. Van Boos now 15 love. Official calling that one long there on Garakani, so 30-11 now in favor of Van Boos. Van Boos couldn't get the return over there, so now 30-15. Long there, 30 all now. Wide there on the fault. One travels long again for Van Boos. Match point here in favor of Garakani. Garakani with a beautiful return on the front hand there, tapping that strong side corner and getting the match point for MTSU. And MTSU now up 4 points to none. They have taken the match here against TSU. All around great performance from the Blue Raiders there, Jace.
Yeah, just completely dominant in all phases of the game today. You know, just MTSU playing their own brand of ball, going off of how they've been playing the last couple weeks, you know, continuing their winning streak strong. You know, we saw multiple players just come in, and it didn't even really phase them that much. If it was really Bargan making her first star, she went out and dominated her first set, or really any person like Sagar Khan, another freshman, she dominated her match. So really everyone out there has been dominating their matches today in fashion that has really been impressive.
Absolutely. And right now, though the match is complete, most of these matches currently going on, singles will probably finish out here. Does not change the effect, the outcome for MTSU. Well done from Muskan Gupta. She will round out this match with straight sets here on court 3, 6-2 and 6-1 against Franka Nikolic. All right, Jace, thoughts on that match so far?
Yeah, Gupta just playing in fashion that how her teammates played around her, similar to how Sana Garkani had her 6-2, 6-1. So just completely dominant from Muskan out there today. And the last two that we have are the two freshmen making their debut. So it's interesting to see how they finish.
I quit. Just out of system there for Ubirin. Now Sinicic, match point coming up. Sinicic has pretty much just been forcing Ubirin to run all over the court.
Yeah, she's really had her out of place today, really had her out of how she wants to play. So going off what you said, Sinicic has really played what she's wanted to do today.
Great tap shot, though, just getting by Sinicic there for your Baron, staving off the match point here for the Tigers player. Into the net there for a double fault now. 40-30. Not quite over yet. That one just not getting over the net there for Karen Uberin, so she will drop straight sets here to Franka Sindicic. TSU will not get swept fully. They will take at least 1 point here at the Adams Tennis Complex, Jace.
Yeah, good feeling there for TSU. You never want to be swept and just go out. At least they're going out swinging here. They get a point, so definitely something for them to feel motivated about, so they can carry over into their future match.
And right now here, one of the last points available on court 5 here between Camilla Barragan and Daniela Koleva. Koleva, a 5-2 advantage here in the second set. And Koleva right in front of the net. Could not put that one down on Barragan's side. Barragan will take another game there, so also staving off a set victory for Daniela Koleva. Great balance there from Koleva.
Yeah, good play there just to keep Barragan on her heels there. Had her off balance there where she hit it into the net.
That one sent into the net for a fault. And that's going to be a double fault there for Canela Barragan. 30-15 now. Sorry, 40 Love. Set point here for TSU. As that one is sent into the net again. And that one drops long there for Kolova. 40-15 now. Still set point. And Barragan just fell over there. And that will do it for set number 2 here. So Daniela Kolova takes set number 2. And for set 3, it'll be played as a 10-point tiebreaker.
Yeah, good point there by Koleva. She had Barragan off balance there. Really had her own set there. So a good point there by Koleva.
Action about to be getting back underway here for this 10-point tie-breaking set. That one goes into the net. Kolova gets the first point. That one falls in the net for Kolova. 1-1 now. And Kolova just not timing that smash hit right there. It falls into the net. Seen that happen a couple times for her.
Yeah, just a great job there by Baragon. She was running back and forth for the majority of that point there and just able to clutch up there with that nice backhand to get Koleva to hit it into the net there.
Fault there. And that one just gets over the net there for the point. 2-all now. And that one's pulled just a little bit for Kolova. 3-2 now in favor of Baragon. That one just staying inside the line there for Kolova. Back and forth this match goes. Once again, MTSU already claiming the victory here, but they are just in a tie-breaking set. Wrap things up just for the last point out here at the Adams Tennis Complex in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Yeah, this court has really been two evenly matched players just going back and forth, trading points. Where we saw Baragon take the first set, then Koleva take the second set. And then here this third set, this tiebreaker, they've just been trading points back and forth. So it's really been two evenly matched players just going back and forth at it.
And falls into the net there. And that front hand just not clearing the top center of that net. Another point in favor of Kolova. Fault there. Double fault for Kolova. 4-all now. Still trading blows here. No one giving an inch this match. Closing down that racket, just a little too much there with the front hand. 5-4 now, Barragan. Grabbing the corner there. Calling it in for Kolova. 5-all. That one long there. Point towards Barragan. That one falls long there on the return from Barragan. 6-all. Once again, alternating sides of the court. Long there on the serve, past the service line. That one falls in the net there for Barragan. 7-6 now, Kolova. That one goes long there. Now 8-6 in favor of Daniela Kolova. First time that any of these players have had a 2-point advantage in this tie-breaking set.
Yeah, it's really been back and forth both ways, just trading points. So, as I say, it's now 8-7. So
yeah, after a great serve there from Camilla Barragan.
It's a great serve. Now 8-7, and she's really playing her heart out here, wanting to really help out her team here. Even though the match may already be over, but she's making a great case for herself today, as she's gained a lot of experience playing a good amount of time today.
And that one just grabbing enough of that line. Tying it now, 8-all here.
Yeah, that's a big shot right there. Just grab the line, come back and tie it up here. 2 straight points to come back here.
It goes long. Match point now here in favor of Daniela Kolova. Fault there. And that's going to be a double fault for Camila Barragan, which means Daniela Kolova will take this set in a tiebreaker, which means MTSU with the final score now of 5-2. So Tennessee State able to rattle off 2 points here late in this match, Jace.
Yeah, 2 late points there for them to close out. Good for them to have some confidence moving forward in their next match. But a great win for MTSU with their main players coming out and just dominant. You had Love Star Alexis, 2 6-0 wins. Sana Garakani, she was dominant, 6-1 and 6-2 in hers. So for the most part, MTSU was dominant outside of these last 2 sets that we saw here today.
Yeah, of course. Right now, moving forward, Tennessee State will go back home before they venture on to a 2-game road trip. And then MTSU will be back here next week on Friday to face Murray State. So plenty of time to rest up after a win here today.
Yeah, it should be. They have plenty of time to rest up. They're back here next week in the Adams Tennis Complex against Murray State, it sounds like a good, interesting matchup for them moving forward here.
All right, well, we're going to send it to a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have post-game interviews, so stick around here on MTN Sports and CUSA.TV.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend,
we pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
Because you matter.
stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard.
Outside of sports.
As student athletes,
We have a platform.
Now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
To make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together,
We will continue the conversation.
we have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, "No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance." Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
Welcome back. Just a little recap here at the Adams Tennis Complex, where the MTSU Blue Raiders won 5-2 against the Tennessee State Tigers. Right now, we are visited by our player of the game, Sana Garakani. Sana, how do you feel?
I feel great. Honestly, it was great to win my first home match, and I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah, so you talked about that, winning your first home match. Last week was a very tough match, dropping it in 3 sets against Chattanooga. How did you able to come back in such dominant fashion today?
Yeah, we worked on it the whole week, so it was important for me to keep my mind right besides what happened last week and just be able to stay focused this match, not let it get to me.
So, Sana, what are the positives? Like, you have a whole week off to prepare for a team like Tennessee State, so how do you carry over, how do you, change your mindset of how you carry over from a tough loss to just being dominant today?
Me and Taya really worked on that just to keep it my game, play my own way, and don't switch it up because we switch teams. And just staying aggressive and playing my game is really important for me because other styles I'm not really able to play. So this week we just really worked on it, and it came out good. So
now next week you guys have Murray State coming in here. How do you guys plan on preparing to keep that winning streak here at the Adams Tennis Complex alive?
I think playing at home has really helped us in that sense. We've all been really confident. It's really been going our way. Murray State is a tough team to play, and I do think we're going to be able to push through. Everybody's in great shape, and this whole week to practice is going to make us even better.
All right, well, we appreciate the time here. Go celebrate another win here, Sana.
Thank you.
All right, that was Sana Garakani here. So once again, hearing from our player of the game, dominant fashion, did a great job with the doubles match and, of course, taking care of business in the singles.
Yeah, just completely opposite of what happened last week. Just completely dominant today. She had a great doubles today. Singles, she played out of her mind, 6-1 in the first one and 6-2 in the second set. So she just played a great match today all around, and good job for her today.
All right, so after hearing from the player of the game, we're now going to kick it over to Coach Teo Bailey Duvall. Coach, how are you feeling after this one?
Hey, feeling good, feeling good.
All right, so, talk to us about this game. You guys fended off the Mocs last week 4-3, and then you come in here, pretty much just take care of business right out of the gate. What was your all's preparation into today's match?
Well, really we prepare like any other week. We find things that we need to improve on, and we hit the practice court, and we get a little bit better. So when we go into this match, we really try to do the things that we worked on throughout the week.
So on courts 5 and 6, you started 2 freshmen. What was the thought process there? What did you like about your incoming players?
Well, I mean, they don't get to see a lot of matches. They play about probably 6, 7, and 8 on the team. So when we can, and we try to get them some matches that we know they're going to be competitive in, and we get them out there and see how they perform, because sometimes when girls go out because they're injured, I need to move up whoever's in the lineup, and I want to see how they're going to perform under pressure and see if they're able to compete at the level that we need them to. So overall, they fought hard. It was tough for them. I think it's just right there. A few more good practice matches, tighten up on some areas, and they'll be able to give us some wins when needed.
So, Coach, we saw Sana there. She had a tough break last week, bounced back strong this week. What did you see out of her today?
With Sana, the mindset is to be consistent throughout the whole match. She has a tendency in the second set to kind of pull back, change her game plan, which really isn't needed, and then that has backfired. So all week we just talk about what her mentality is. We know you come out strong, you play well. You got to keep it the second match. I saw a little glimpse of the pullback in the second set, and then she kind of got it together, and she was able to play her game. Mentally tough, emotionally tougher. Every week she's getting a little bit better there, so we just continue to push it.
So I'll follow up with that kind of. How does preparation go from moving on from a team like Tennessee State to your next match against Murray State here at home? With your winning streak you've had here so far at home, how does that carry over going into that match?
Well, typically Murray State, they have a few pretty tough players towards the top of the lineup, and so we're going to expect them to be pretty competitive there. As we go in this week, we've been really pushing, staying on top of the baseline, playing aggressive when we should. So we'll continue that mentality, continue to work on some doubles areas because we know, we still struggle sometimes in doubles when I don't think we should. So we'll hit some more areas there as we get ready for Murray State and then Lipscomb on Sunday.
All right, well, thank you, Coach, and enjoy another win here at the Adams Tennis Complex. You guys are undefeated, doing a great job here at home, so take this one into next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was Coach Teo Bailey Duvall here. So any final thoughts here, Jace?
Not really anything much, just complete
performance from MT all around, dominant in doubles, dominant really in singles. So just a great match today for them, and it was just outstanding all around from most of the players.
All right, well, that's going to be all the time we have at the Adams Tennis Complex. We just want to thank the Adams Tennis Complex for allowing us to stream here, and, of course, CUSA.TV for allowing us to put our matches on their website. And if you missed any of those matches here or today's, you can find it at their website here at middletennesseenews.net/sports. And we will be back for more women's tennis here next week against Murray State, Friday, February 17th. For Grant Langston, Jace Vincent, I'm Ryan Martinovich saying so long here from MTN Sports.